I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage. In this video, we continue our narration of Yogi Ramacharaka's The Science of Psychic Healing, or Manual of Psychic Healing. We'll commence with Chapter 3 now. We ended the immediately prior video in this series with the last paragraph of Chapter 2. The healer should be more than a healer. He should be an instructor and educator of the people. In this way, he makes his calling a divine and sacred one instead of that of a mere tinkerer of bodies. Keep this ideal ever before you, and your work will be one of the greatest pleasures, as well as greatest success. Remember the brotherhood of man, and realize that your work in the world is to spread the glad tidings of health and strength, and lead your brothers back to Mother Nature, from whose bosom they have strayed. Chapter 3 is the instinctive mind. But before we continue, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, Mind Voltage Institute, excuse me, go ahead and do it right now. At the same time, activate the notification bell feature to be apprised of the new uploads here. Immediately below your media player window, you see the thumb up icon. Please click on that now to instantly and easily share the joy of this channel with others. And just a bit further down in the video description area, do you see the donation by PayPal information? Please make a note of it. Now, the instinctive mind. In our 14 lessons, book, 14 lessons, a correspondence course, 14 lessons, yogi philosophy. That's the full name. Or maybe it's just, that's it. In our 14 lessons, we called your attention to the various planes of the mind, and, among others, the instinctive mind. Now, this plane of mind, as we told you, controls and manages the growth, the nourishment, and the operation of the physical body. Every operation and function of every organ, part, and cell being under the control and direction of this part of the mind, the instinctual. Now, this part of the mind never sleeps. It attends to its duties while the reasoning faculties are quieted in slumber and rest. The constant work of repair, replacement, change, digestion, assimilation, elimination, etc., is performed by this part of the mind, all below the plane of consciousness. The wondrous work of the body is carried on in this plane of the mind without our conscious knowledge. The intelligent work of the cells, the cell groups, ganglia, organ intelligences, etc., are under the superintendence of this plane of mind. In our next chapter, we give you a short account of this wonderful world of cell life that exists in every human organism. We advise you to read that chapter, as it will throw light on many dazzling questions and will enable you to direct your healing powers intelligently. The instinctive mind is not confined into the brain as a seat of operations. It's distributed over the entire nervous system, the spinal column and the solar plexus being important centers for its operations. One of the most important facts that we have to consider in connection with the instinctive mind in this book is that it is susceptible of interference on the part of the conscious mind. This interference may be for good or bad, according to the nature of the suggestions passed on by the conscious mind. In our second chapter on suggestion, We have given a number of instances to illustrate the effect of the mind on the bodily functions. This effect of thought is occasioned by the conscious mind passing on suggestions to the instinctive mind, which then proceeds to act upon them. Many a man has become sick by reason of adverse and hurtful suggestions accepted by him and passed on to his instinctive mind. In the same way, a sick man has been restored to health by positive and helpful suggestions accepted and passed on in the same manner. And in both cases, remember, the diseased condition and the restored healthy condition were occasioned by a perfectly natural process, by the instinctive mind passing on its orders to its subordinate parts, cells, and organs, and so forth. We don't think it's worthwhile to enter into a long discussion of the various theories. Theories advanced to account for the existence and operation of the instinctive mind. This book is intended to tell you how to make cures. And all the theory we think it worthwhile to give you is a mere general outline for the purpose of an intelligent comprehension of the process of the cure. To wander off into an extended discussion of the theories regarding mind, or the speculations regarding life and what lies back of life, would be out of place. We believe in keeping each subject to itself, believing that in this way the student is better able to concentrate upon the particular subject under consideration. The workings of the instinctive mind will appear as you proceed with the study of the methods of treatment. And the next chapter, which deals with cell life, will also throw further light on the subject. And that concludes Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is Mind in Cells and Cell Communities. In order to understand the nature of the psychic healing, just the first paragraph here, a preview of the content of the next upload in the series, which will be again Chapter 4. In order to understand the nature of psychic healing, one must have an acquaintance with the nature of the mental side of the body. Not only has the central mind a number of planes of manifestation, but each organ has something which might be called an organic mind, made up of a group mind or a number of cells, in which each of which cells, moreover, has a cell mind of its own. This idea is somewhat startling to those who have not acquainted themselves with the details of the subject at hand, but it is known to be correct, not only by the yogis, but also by those who have familiarized themselves with the recent discoveries of Western science. Now let's take a hasty look at this cell life. And that concludes the introductory chapter, or a paragraph in Chapter 4. But the rest is for the next upload. Again, I'm Dirk Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that right now. At the same time, activate the notification bell feature to be apprised for our new uploads. Just below your media player window, the thumb up icon. Please click on that right now to easily and instantly share the joy of this channel with others. And in the video description area, please make note of the donation by PayPal information. See you in the next one.